Hi, thank you. So, thank you for the opportunity to be a part of such an insightful discussion. So, I would just put up some lights on the topic that we are discussing right now. So, I think this post-pandemic era, what we are having right now, I think we have been like almost we are thinking of right now having 8.5% growth in the GDP by 2030, and by then I think the entire industry, the manufacturing sector, is going to have an input of somewhere around 1.25 trillion dollars towards the entire economic growth. So when we are talking about the manufacturing sector per se, then I believe power is going to be the most important thing, and it's just not about the generation part but also the distribution transmission part as well. So in this entire discussion we have been touching upon the generation part, the uh, the distribution part as well. So the best in the class things that we can take up by industry 4.0 or 5.0 has already been discussed, and thank you Anup, you were superb. You told everything that we should have also learned, so it is basically a learning session also for all of us over here.
Right.
So with so many things coming up, with so many new setups coming up, because right now the market has become volatile, and along with it we are also thinking about having a sustainable production, right? So power generation right now is just not about generating power and dissipating it or distributing and transmitting it. It is all about having a sustainability as well. So when we talk about sustainability, it's the entire value chain that needs to be covered up. So starting from getting the coal or the renewable source of energy till the end person who is getting this power, whether it is the industrial or the domestic one. So covering every aspect is the most important thing, and I think Industry 4.0 has done its done justice by having the entire, the digital transformations and everything has brought up by Industry 4.0, as the Anup told us very clearly about it. Now, when we talk about Industry 5.0, it is mostly about human centric or value centric, I'll say. So, in such a scenario where talking about sustainability, governance, and circularity, and maintaining, the reduction in wastage and so many things, I believe power industry is going to be one of the foremost thing that is going to give importance to the, or it is going to be one of the major things that would help the entire manufacturing sector also to boost up and give a spur to it. When we talk about the APM suites, yes, it is one of the most important thing, because the predictive maintenance analysis, the data analysis that we all have, uh, and that we want to go up with the entire prescriptive kind of a system that we want to have. So this thing needs to be done from the entire value chain. Right now, our focus is mostly on the, the generation units. We have not even gone beyond to the distribution. So just imagine, I'll just give an example, because I could see one of the questions putting up by one of our viewers and listener. So there was a question that there is a loss of almost like 20% of AT&Cs. So what could be done, and how this industry 4.0 and 5.0 transition can help us? So a small example I would give: the entire system that we have across the country for the, right now we are talking about smart grids, right? So when we think about smart grid, we are thinking about it in a individual perspective level. Individual perspective in the sense a small grid that will have a smart sensor system or smart system in it. Now just imagine the entire grid of the entire country is connected to each other, or if we can call it as the composite grid system, smart grid system. Just imagine a state is having lack of power and another state is having a surplus. We have a centralized system, and such kind of a smart grid using entire transmission from industry 4.0 to 5.0 can help us in that. So this 20% of the AT&C reduction will definitely come down, definitely. And yes, one more point that I would really put up, when we were talking about Anup, regarding this Ecubix system, one point you touched upon that was regarding the Ecubix DRF. I remember that. So right now we are in an era where it is just not about AI. I would repeat it. It's just not about AI. It is right now about regenerative AI. This is the new concept that we are right now talking all across the globe. Now, what is this regenerative AI? Regenerative AI is something that would actually regenerate itself, or it is a self-fulfilling thing, or it will take the course correction itself. So just imagine in the entire power sector where we are right now actually struggling to increase the efficiency, reduce the downtime. Also, we want to reduce the cost of production because right now the CPU is quite high if we talk about, and India is one of those 20 to 25 countries where we have a difference in the CPU for industrial power and the domestic power. So in such kind of a scenario, having regenerative AI is one of the most important thing. So this is what going to be the next thing that we'll be talking about after 4.0 and the transition that will take place in 5.0. So once the system, the AI based system, it will take up the entire, it will give you the analysis, and it will also give you the prescriptive type of a solution to your problems at plant level or beyond that. Then the thing that will come up will be how the system will take self course correction by regenerative AI implementation. So all these things are actually going to help us in having a system that would be actually giving us the entire value chain in a proper manner. And this is what would help us in getting India into a developed country where every person, the last mile reach should be there, where the person will be getting power in his house. So this is how I believe that the entire predictive maintenance thing, the APM suites, and all this related data, AI, IoTs and IIoTs, everything is going to help us out. So that is my thought with this discussion forum. So over to you. Yeah, Ekta, thank you so much for the opportunity again.